mid-February. Well, February 20th or 18th, something like that. Anyway, Central Virginia, and we're having a beautiful day, so I thought I would smoke something. And I've never done a pork tenderloin before in the smoker, so it's just getting started here. And this is my Masterbuilt gas smokehouse, but I've got a bunch of apple wood in there. It smells pretty good. And I've got the gas going now, and I'll show you what I've got. It's kind of clearing out there now. So you can see I've got my burgers on the bottom, a couple of hand-patted burgers. I've got the fat cap up. Ooh, it's hard to see in there. On my pork tenderloin that all I did was just put on salt and pepper from the pepper mill and the salt shaker, and I put the probe for the temperature in there. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder. That's all I did. Okay, so the pork loin has been cooking for, I don't know, about 50 minutes. And I wanted to get the smoker up to about 220, 40, and I'm just barely up to 200, just a little past it maybe, but not much. So this is February, but it's about probably 58 degrees outside, so I thought it would be a little easier. Probably should have had some more charcoal in there. But anyway, my pork loin is cooking, and I, from the beginning, went ahead and put the probe in, the thermometer, and it's only up to 93. But you probably can't see that. But I guess the new findings on cooking pork is that if you cook it up to, say, 140 internal temperature, you're good. That pink pork is okay. So I am going to cook it till it gets to be at least 140, and I think it's got a ways to go. And this is exactly what my husband said, that it was going to take longer than I thought. So I was thinking it would take maybe an hour and 45 minutes, but now I'm thinking it's going to take longer. And then I'm going to have to admit he was right and I was wrong. So. Alright, everything's been cooking for over an hour. And I'm going to take the burgers out, just about an hour. But it's probably about 220, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to see how things look. Oh yeah, the burgers are nice and ready. And the pork looks good, but it's not ready. The burgers are cooked. They look delicious. Hey, they tend to get more cooked on this side than on this side. But they'll be very good. We like ours a little crispy. It'll be delicious. We'll have those tomorrow. Alright, it's getting closer to 6, and the temperature's just been dropping. The meat is up to 152, the pork loin, and I'm gonna open this up. I've already got the burgers out. You can see how nice that looks, and we're gonna go ahead and slide it out. Okay, so we just got it brought in, and we need to let it rest. So I'm going to cover this pan with foil and let it rest while the potatoes cook. Alright, we let this sit up about 10 minutes. We cooked the pork for about an hour, 45, maybe a little bit longer than that, and smoked it. Used apple wood in my smoker, and now I'm going to try to cut it, slice it a little. We put the fat side up when I was smoking it, and we'll see. Now my husband wanted me to cook it a little longer, so I let it get up to 152. I actually turned the heat off before that. Slicing. Looks good. Does have some pinkness to it. That may be the smoke. Cuts nicely. Let's see. Great flavor. Really good. Delicious. Yummy. So I'm gonna call my husband and we're gonna eat. It's delicious. So after we ate all that we wanted, there's hardly any waste on this. Sliced it all up. Got 2 big platefuls of sliced pork loin. It was delicious. Really good, juicy, tender. It was fantastic. It's the next day. We really loved the pork loin, the smoked pork loin. Excellent. My husband was so enthusiastic about it. We'll definitely be doing it again. The worst part is the cleanup, as always, and the smoker. And this is the next day. It rained early this morning, and so my smoker's wet. But I'm going to take a look and show you. The cleanup's not that bad. So the great thing about a pork loin is I've been hearing that it's the healthiest meat. Pretty much, it's healthier than chicken as far as less fat, but it was so delicious and juicy. Now I did let it heat up to an internal temperature of 152. Next time, I'm not going to let it go quite that far. It was not dried out, but just an experiment. They say it's safe, but gonna just back it off a little bit and see how that comes out. But if you take a look in here, it's really, the cleanup's not going to be that bad. Not like a smoker. Now this is where the pork was on the top rack. And you can see, yeah, it's a little dirty, but it's really not that bad. And this is where the burgers were, and stuff would drip off the pork, and it's not too bad either. Of course, I use a disposable pan. I got rid of the round pan, which is too small, and you can see it actually used most of the water that was in there. And although it kept heating after I took the pork off, so I'm sure more evaporated then, but this part will be actually very easy to clean up because I'm just going to dump out the water and fat and throw away the disposable pan. And if we take a look down in here, just in case there's any hot coals, I'm not going to empty this out now, but that's not difficult at all. The worst part is cleaning off the grills, but it really doesn't look that bad. So I'm glad to hear that. The smoked pork loin is a huge winner in our house, and try and keep your smoker. I used apple wood, but you can use whatever wood you like. Try and keep your smoker about 225, 240, 250, around there, and should take you maybe an hour and a half, an hour and 3/4, and let it sit for at least 10 minutes before you start carving it, and then enjoy it. It's so good. Happy smoking.